What's up, y'all? Hopefully you guys are enjoying the holiday season. In this video, we're going to dive into the current FTX situation, and it's getting crazier by the day. The founder, Sam Bankman-Fried, has been extradited to the US yesterday. He was not a fan of the Bahamas jail conditions. You have Caroline and Gary facing up to 110 and 50 years unless they cooperated. And what do you think is going to happen? Gary and Caroline have definitely cooperated. They started spilling some of the beans, and 110, 50 years, man, that's pretty much life. You'll end up dying, just rotting in jail. So they're fully cooperating, and in doing so, they may see no jail time or no charges. So that's kind of a no-brainer for these two, especially when they claimed that they were thrown under the bus and kind of forced to do what Sam was telling them. This is from Bernie Madoff's lawyer, and it was just kind of funny, so I wanted to share it with you guys, and this was his opinion for Sam.
Well, the short answer is, when I was first interviewed by a reporter, my first reaction is that if I spoke to him, I would say, shut up.
So pretty much, Sam has been running around telling a bunch of lies, and one of them was that SBF in November is like, I'm only down to 100,000, and he was trying to get some sympathy, play the victim card. I mean, he's so far from reality that he doesn't realize $100,000 is a lot of money. That's more than most people will ever see. And today, he somehow pays his $250 million bail. It just does not make sense. This is an awesome thread by Compound248. We just discovered Caroline Ellison and Gary Wang turned on SBF, ratting him out to the feds. The SEC's civil, non-criminal complaint is built on their participation and gives us our first insider account of the FTX disaster. I've given you 12 key takeaways below, and we're going to go through most of them. And this pretty much just solidifies what we all thought. SBF's a huge liar. So take a look at this. Bankman-Fried and Wang improperly diverted customer assets to Alameda Research. Wang created and participated in the creation of the software code that allowed Alameda to divert FTX customer funds. Ellison, in turn, used those misappropriated FTX customer funds for Alameda's trading activity. Bankman-Fried used those customer funds to make undisclosed venture investments, lavish real estate purchases, and large political donations. So apparently Caroline ran Alameda, which was aka Sam's personal fund. And that makes us think, like, was the hacked funds, what was it, the $300 or $400 million that was hacked after FTX declared bankruptcy and they stopped withdrawals? Was that Sam as well? I mean, he just did post $250 million for bail when he claimed to only have $100,000. Caroline says Sam directed her to take customer funds from FTX in exchange for the made-up FTT shitcoin. And Green highlighted, this directly contradicts Sam's repeat "I didn't know" statements. Caroline is wisely throwing Sam under the bus. So Ellison at Bankman-Fried's direction caused Alameda to borrow billions of dollars from third-party lenders. So him, like, thinking, on all those interviews and, looking honestly like a complete idiot, it just all backfired on him. As the lawyer said, Bernie Madoff's ex-lawyer said, he should have just shut up and not appeared on any of these podcasts or spaces or YouTube videos, but he just dug himself in a huge hole. So 3 is May 22, shit hits the fan. Despite already have borrowed billions and billions of FTX customer assets, by May, when crypto went bump into the night, Alameda couldn't fill its borrower obligations. Sam ordered Caroline to take even more FTX customer funds. Brazen multi-year scheme. The violation peaked in 2022 but began years ago. From the start of FTX, this wasn't a recent accident, it was a multi-year fraud. And we all fell for it. Sam and Gary own 100% of Alameda. Anytime someone says Alameda, just substitute it to Sam. Sam owns 90% of Alameda and Gary 10%. Alameda has no clients. All that money is Sam and Gary's stolen fair and square. And they were trading on FTX against clients, against traders, and they still lost everything. Sam was always in control, even after naming Caroline and Sam Trabucco as co-CEOs of Alameda in 2021. Sam remained in absolute control He frequently communicated with Alameda's peeps and had full access to its books and records. Alameda is Sam, so this makes sense. They're really throwing him under the bus. I hope this guy gets slapped with couple hundred years, and people, realize that you can't do this, and he gets made a complete example out of. Alameda was exempted from FTX risk management process, as has been widely discussed. FTX had a decent risk engine, it just didn't apply to its biggest user, Sam himself, aka Alameda. At least Sam posted high-quality Sam coins, FTT, as collateral. Sam created Alameda's deal and took action to hurt FTX. Over $8 billion of customer funds were wired by customers directly to Alameda rather than FTX. $8 billion. This was a de facto loan. Sam ensured Alameda did not have to pay FTX interest on that money. Holy, imagine an $8 billion loan without any interest. Sign me up. Securities fraud. Among the many frauds Sam committed was the securities fraud. This SEC frowns on poorly written footnotes. Imagine how it treats you lying to would-be investors about your fraud to raise fresh equity. Fraud squared or something. Magic money in a box was a security. Sam's coins, Sam's shit coins, Web3 tokens, magic beans, call them whatever you want, but they're entirely fabricated from dreams. Sam lied about them a lot, and they manipulated the price of FTT, and the SEC declares it a security. So unrelated to FTX, if tokens are securities, many people broke the law. Entrepreneurs, promoters, and yikes, prominent venture capitalists. I watch out here. We may see VCs in handcuff. And then undocumented personal loans in the billions. If you ever have your fund borrow customer brokerage assets, then lend those from your fund to yourself, but you don't document the loan. Is it even a loan? Doesn't that just make it money laundering? Say it with me, RICO. And then lastly, number 12, FTX customers withdrew $5 billion in one day. It also had history's all-time least surprising $8 billion shortfall. And, Binance, I think, did $8 billion in withdrawals. So at least they had the money for all the customer withdrawals. That's the SEC civil compliance summary. The criminal complaints will have more. The most fascinating part to me is the implication beyond FTX shores. See the quick asides before number 11, and you can dive into Compound's other threads. So these guys were just splurging with the money. Sam honestly got very greedy. He did not need to do any of this. He would have made billions of dollars from fees, sponsorships, launching other shit tokens, and pretty much just being the leading exchange in the US. He got extremely greedy. He got extremely reckless. I'm not sure how you would have let a negative trade run on that long. These guys must have not been smart traders. Don't you hedge your trades? So this guy just pretty much lost everything, more than everything. Disgrace to his parents, disgrace to the crypto community. And I hope this guy gets slapped with hundreds of years behind bars and never sees it out alive, honestly, because this guy ruined what was going on for crypto. He ruined many people's lives, and I'm pretty sure people have actually taken their lives away. So this guy does not deserve any remorse, any sympathy, and he deserves to be behind bars, including his parents. If you saw how they structured the company and all their, offshore companies and bank accounts, these guys siphoned a shit ton of money, bought a shit ton of real estate. This guy just bailed $250 million when he claimed to only have 100K, and he's looking down like this and fake crying and things like this. This is just a game to him. He's trying to play his cards. He's trying to, get sympathy from everybody, but I think a lot of people see through that bullshit, especially with Caroline and Gary snitching on him now. We're going to be watching this closely, and I hope justice is served. So hit that subscribe button, enjoy your Christmas, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.